StreamYard just notified me that this live stream is officially official, which means it is on the YouTube. And now I just gotta wait for the YouTube, and boom, there it is. So now YouTube has let people know that we are live. So we are officially official here on a new episode of VypDrive, episode number 51. And crazy, I just started this podcast back in January, and we are 51 episodes in, but here we are tonight, 51 episodes. So, let me turn that down. Good thing I get all that background stuff out the way before we really get into this. But tonight's gonna be a little different. I figured I would spread some goodwill. So we're gonna get into the introduction and see how it goes. So sit back, relax, and buckle up. Whew. Okay. So this is episode number 51 of VypDrive, and tonight I decided to do things a little differently. I'm bringing in one of the up-and-coming creators in the tech space. They call him Ikonik Modz, and he is next on VypDrive. What's up, people? This your boy Viper, the man about tech, and welcome back to another episode of VypDrive. This is the podcast about tech, hosted by the man about tech. And tonight, I am joined by one of the up-and-coming creators in the tech space on YouTube. He goes by the name Ikonik Modz. So let's bring him in. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up? I'm good. How are you?
I am good, man. So I posted something interesting on Twitter. I figured I would be a little different tonight. I figured I would give an up-and-comer a chance to be on the podcast. You responded. Here we are. So thank you for responding to my tweet. And we're going to move out like that, man.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
The first question, and I mean the very first question I need to ask you, Ikonik, is how did you come up with that name, Ikonik Modz, man?
That's a good question. I don't know. I just wanted to be a little different from everybody else. I like doing computer builds and all that. I like modifying computer cases and just about anything, honestly. So I was like, what's something that's different that nobody else has? And I just came up with Ikonik Modz, so it stuck.
Yeah, man, I have seen you in everybody's communities and live streams and things like that. So you are definitely supportive of other creators in the tech space. So,
absolutely.
Like I said, no doubt, man. So I'm glad we get this chance tonight to chat a little bit. So I was looking over your YouTube channel, and it does seem like you do the content on like computer mods and things like that. Now, is that the direction that you're going to continue to go, or are you looking at doing other things on YouTube, or what's going on?
Yeah, that's the primary direction of my main channel. It's going to be tech reviews and computer mods and stuff like that. But I will be starting a secondary YouTube channel very soon because I got some other stuff in the works that's separate from tech. But it still revolves around modifications of stuff and other stuff. So some of the other creators in the space have touched base and reached out to you as well. So you kind of have an idea of the kind of stuff I'm talking about. But yeah, and I have a second channel coming, but the main channel is going to be focused on computers and product reviews and tech stuff. So
now, as I was looking over your YouTube channel, man, I noticed something very disturbing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Your last upload
a
month ago. What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I've been extremely busy with that other stuff that's going on. I actually was recording a video probably an hour ago when you put this up. That's why I didn't see the post to begin with, because I was actually in the middle of recording a video to upload to my channel. So the uploads are coming back. I've just been busy trying to get some other stuff in the works. So
okay, man, because I get scared when I go to somebody's channel and I see their last upload's like a month ago. I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah, no,
man.
No. I ain't going nowhere. I promise you that.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So from what I can tell, looking at your channel, you've been on YouTube for about 2 years.
Off and on, yeah.
Off and on.
Yeah, I took a really long break. Had some death in the family and some other stuff. It hit me pretty hard, so I took a really long hiatus for about 9 months. So yes and no. I've been on for 2 years, but it hasn't been 2 years. So
yeah, man. You got to handle all the personal family stuff first, man. So that's definitely understandable. But what I'm curious is what brought you to YouTube in the first place? Why did you start making YouTube content?
I was watching a bunch of other channels. Jay's Two Cents, Paul's Hardware, Bitlit, it used to be called Awesome Sauce, and a couple of others. And I was like, I could do that. And a friend of mine was like, just try it. Why not? So, and my wife was the same way. She's like, just try it, give it a shot, see what happens. So I did. I was like, let's see what happens. And I didn't have a camera or a mic or any of that stuff when I first started the channel. So I started breaking out the phone. I had an old Samsung phone. I can't even remember what it was, but the video quality on that joint was terrible. But I was like, I'm going to do it anyway and see what happens.
You know what? This is actually a good segue because a lot of people think they have to have like top tier equipment to start a YouTube channel. But you just said that you started with an old Samsung phone.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, I think that's something that I always try to get across to people that are looking to get into YouTube or that are thinking about it. Mm-hmm. You don't need the most top tier equipment. I started off with an iPad Pro. I mean, that's how I started my YouTube. I did everything on my iPad. I recorded, I edited, I did everything on the iPad, and I just put it out on the iPad or via the iPad. So you don't need $1,000, $2,000 cameras. You don't need a top of the line microphone. You just need what you have on you at the time and get started. And then as you go along, you can upgrade the gear if you choose to. But just starting out, you don't need that top tier gear. Not at all.
No, not at all. Honestly, my first, actually, except all but for like maybe 9 videos, even the videos I'm doing now, I still use my phone for different instances, for different things. So it might be mixed in. It might be some camera work. It might be some stuff from my phone. People never know because it is what it is. But all except for maybe 8 videos on my channel have been shot exclusively on a phone.
I'm telling you, man, most of my B-roll is courtesy of my iPhone or my Pixel, man. That's right. They don't need to know that information. They don't need to know. As long as the video looks good, that's all you need to know.
Agreed. Yeah. As long as they can see and they can hear, that's all that matters. So
exactly. And it brings up an interesting segue because I just I think you had a monthly checkup video like a couple of months ago, and in that video you stated that you were switching to an iPhone and iPad to do all your YouTube work
for the rest of the year. I was trying to see how that would work out, and even the videos I shot with that and when I was just working on, I'm still using my iPhone for stuff like that and still editing on my iPad. Yeah.
Now, how is that workflow working out for you?
It makes it very convenient because almost instantaneously, whatever I shoot on my phone shows up on my iPad, so I can just start editing right away, and it's not a problem. It was parts of this particular video that I decided to use my camera for, and that's where I had the issues where I ran into. I forgot to turn my microphone on. Oh, see, you don't have that problem when you record on the phone. It automatically starts recording audio. So just keep that in mind for all you people who want to get started out there.
That is so true. When you're dealing with all types of external pieces of gear, you got to make sure that each piece of gear is working in unison and things like that. Otherwise, you get the issue of forgetting to record audio or things like that.
Or forgetting to charge the microphone.
That too. But yeah, man, like you said, when you're working on an iPhone and an iPad, you got that seamless synergy between the Apple product because of that ecosystem, and AirDrop becomes your best friend, dude. So I completely understand how you're getting on with that workflow.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, no doubt. Now, I probably should have did it at the beginning of the podcast, but I forgot. So here we are.
Okay.
Let the people out there know what exactly that you do on YouTube.
I make tech product reviews. I do product reviews, case mods, custom builds. I'm going to be adding some more stuff to the channel. I'm also I do lifestyle hacks for tech stuff. That's the video I was just working on. It's a hack video, something that's going to help out people who are like us, who are fellow content creators, who have some issues with their seating. So that's the kind of stuff I do. It's primarily product reviews and tech reviews.
Ooh, okay. So you call yourself Ikonik Modz. You have a bunch of mod videos about PC mods on your channel. So I'm curious, what is the craziest mod you ever undertook?
Ooh, so far that would be my personal rig that I had prior to the current rig I have. I took a ITX case and I modified it, and it was a Fantex Evolve case, which is notorious for having airflow issues. I modified the front panel, the top panel, all with the Dremel. which was difficult to say the least. I cut out some Transformer designs in the case itself, and it's been around the channel. It's been around Twitter and the PC part picker space quite a bit. A lot of people have seen that build, so yeah.
How long did it take you to do that particular mod?
Oh, the planning process was a couple days to try to figure out exactly what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do it. The actual mod was about a day. I'll say about a day.
So, what made you want to be? What made you get into modding? Did you just see something out there in the tech space that you didn't like, and you just wanted to reconfigure it, or how did you get into modding exactly?
I've seen a lot of other modders, so to speak, like Envious Case mods designed by Face Roll, stuff like that, and the kind of stuff that they were doing. And I was like, man, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But then when I built my own rig in that ITX case, and I was noticing the temperatures I was getting, I was like, yo, this ain't gonna work. And a lot of people were having the same issue. So I was like, how can I fix this? And I was like, well, I got a Dremel. I've never used a Dremel a day before in my life until I did that mod. And I was just like, why not? Let's go for it. Same thing, just like with the YouTube channel. I was like, let's just go for it, see what happens. So
isn't it amazing the things that we can accomplish when we just go for it?
Yes, absolutely. A lot of people underestimate just going for it. Just don't think about it. Don't second guess it. Just do it and see what happens.
Absolutely, man. Like I always talk about doing YouTube, man. When you just start YouTube and do it, your life literally changes as you're doing YouTube. So you've been doing it for 2 years off and on. What is the crazy thing that has happened to you as a result of making YouTube videos?
I'm now getting to the point where companies are starting to send me products.
Okay.
I just recently got offered an opportunity to create a commercial for one of the companies I reviewed products for.
Ooh.
So that so far is the biggest thing. I'm like, wait, so you want me to create a commercial? I'm getting paid for this? It's like, let's do this. So like, let's go. So yeah, so far that's the craziest I'd say. Getting products has been a good thing, but the fact that I'm getting this one and I get paid for it, yeah, let's go. I'm all about that. Let's go.
Isn't that cool though? Like you make videos that you would normally make anyway, but then brands start reaching out to you with different opportunities, and it just creates so many different experiences for us in the creative space, especially when it's brands that we already love and we use their product regularly anyway, and then they reach out and they want to do something. It's just it's like the perfect harmony, man. It's amazing.
It is. And this is exactly what it was. It's a product review video I did. They said it gave them a lot of traction, so they wanted to reach out and see what else I could do for them, as a conjunctive partnership. So I'm like, hey, whatever, bring it on, let's go.
Yo, no doubt, man, no doubt. But all I'm gonna say for you and everybody else out there, do not let these brands sell you short.
Oh no.
Know your worth. Don't be giving them hometown discounts and things like that, because you making it bad for all of us that creative, man. When y'all giving these hometown brand friendly discounts, y'all gotta know your worth and charge the appropriate dollars out here. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying.
But man, I'm gonna have to tap some people because I ain't done this before, so I'm gonna have to tap some people to see exactly where I need to be pricing this out at. But
hey, you tap whoever you need to tap, man. But make sure you charging what you need to be charging for that product, for that project, because man, that is very important here in the creative space.
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
So which I know you say you're working on with an iPhone and iPad. Which iPhone do you have currently?
11 Pro Max.
Ooh, okay. This is gonna be good. All right.
I got the big boy.
Oh yeah. You got my personal smartphone of the year right there.
Oh yeah. That's my fave right there.
Now, have you used any other smartphones, like new smartphones this year, besides the iPhone?
No, I haven't. It's funny because up until the iPhone 10 came out, I was diehard Android.
Ooh. Yeah,
I was like hardcore Android. Like my wife and kids, we have 4 daughters, and all 5 of them have always had every single iPhone since the first iPhone. And it's always been switch over. I'm like, nah, I ain't switching for nobody. I love my Android. Then the iPhone 10 came out and my kids went to college and FaceTime was a thing. So that was it. That's all it took.
That's what's up. Okay.
So,
yo, Tech King Mike, thank you for the super chat, sir. You got fans in my chat. I kind of look at this, man.
my dude, what's up, Big Mike?
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So you are a lifelong Android user, but the existence of FaceTime made you switch over. And that was the only thing that made you switch?
That iMessage, the fact that the messages pretty much go through no matter where they are.
Yeah.
And the AirDrop is legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those three things, for the most part, have been the deciding factor for me to stay on Apple.
So your first iPhone was the iPhone 10 then?
Yes.
Okay. So about your experience with the iPhone 11 Pro Max, what are some of the things that you like most about that phone?
Oh, the camera, hands down. That camera is legit. That camera is nothing but the truth.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, I film a lot of my video stuff with that phone, and with my iPhone 10 prior to that. But the camera is hands down like top notch. It's just overall experience. I like, honestly and truly, I don't think in this particular time frame and space you can really go wrong with any kind of phone. Honestly and truly, any new phone anyway, because they pretty much all have very similar features. But when it comes down to specifics for me, it's going to be the camera, that battery life. Oh my God. Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, bruh. So the camera and the battery life, and then there's the other features that I mentioned before with the FaceTime and all that. So,
Apple is savage because they know that the iPhone 11 Pro Max has amazing battery life. And on top of that, they just released their smart battery casing, which adds 50% more battery to an already beastly battery powered phone.
Exactly. Like, do we really need this? No. Are we still going to buy it? Yes.
Yes. Yes, we are. I want one. I haven't got one yet, but I want one just because, sometimes you want tech that you don't need. You just want it.
My phone stays on the charger. If I'm at my desk or anywhere, for the most part, my phone is either on or near a charger. I can't even remember the last time I actually plugged my phone in. I do wireless charging, but so my battery never goes below 50%, like ever. But am I still gonna get that case? Yep.
I mean, some things are just a must, right? Some things are just a must.
Exactly. So I have a case on my phone anyway to protect it, so I might as well have one that got a battery in it.
Yeah, I know some people that rock their phone caseless, and I'm like, you are some brave souls. I cannot do that.
Yeah, I will refuse. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not doing that. It's not happening. So I can count on both hands how many times my iPhone 10 was out of a case from the day I got it until the day I got rid of it when I got the iPhone 11 Pro. And when I took it out the case, it still looked brand new because I kept it in the case. So, yeah.
Yo, man, I'm the same way. Unless once I leave the house, my iPhone 11 Pro Max is always in the case. The only time it's not in the case is when I'm at home. And even when I'm home, most of the time it's still in the case because I'm sorry, that phone is too expensive and it's too beautiful. And I'm not ready to take those type of chances.
Exactly. No.
Not at all. Not at all. So what is the before you switch over to the iPhone before you switched over to iPhone, what was the last Android phone that you used or had?
I had the S. Was it the 7?
Oh,
S7.
Wow.
No. Whichever new Galaxy came out that same year as the iPhone 10. So was it the S8?
Yeah, I think it was the 8. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had the S8. I had it for literally, it came out, I waited, and then when the iPhone came out, I had my upgrade available. So I tried the S8, literally took it back within a week, tried the iPhone, and just kept it. So
you had the S8 in the hand and said, this ain't good enough. It took it back. Oh, man.
Yeah. And even when I went to get this one, I had to, I looked at the S10, and I was like, no, I'm good. I'll stay with Apple. So.
Yo, once they get you in the ecosystem, it is extremely difficult to leave it, man. It's just
look. I told you I was hardcore Android before, right?
Right.
I now currently own iPhone 11 Pro Max. I have a Apple Watch, the version 5, the new one that just came out, Series 5. I have an iPad Pro, 12 point whatever inch Pro, the new joint that just came out on that.
Oh man,
yeah, it's serious, man. I got the Power Beats Pros. It's ridiculous.
Boy, he ain't firmly trapped in the trap, y'all. In the trap.
Yes, it's a trap. And if this is a trap and it's wrong, I don't want to be right. I'm good. I'm good. It's a trap. I don't want to be right.
Yo, man, as the captain of Team Apple, allow me to welcome you to the team, bro. It
I
is a beautiful
appreciate it.
place to
I'm
be.
honored to be here. I appreciate it. I'm good. I'm good.
It is such a beautiful place to be. We got so many haters out there to all them. They're too offensive. They're too locked in, bro.
Look, they
Once
do
you
what they
get
do.
into it,
Yeah. Look, it would trip me out is because my Series 5 has its own phone number, right? So
right?
one day I ran out somewhere real quick. I was going to like Home Depot or Lowe's or something like that, and I forgot my phone at the house.
Yep.
And our youngest daughter was at the house, and I was like, "Oh, I need to be able. She needs to be able to contact me. Should I go back home?" And then I was like, "Wait a minute, my watch has a number. I'm good. I ain't going nowhere. I just went on to the store, called her from the watch. Was like, yo, if you need me, hit me up. I'm good." So I'm like, nah, I'm good. I ain't going nowhere. I know Galaxy has their watch too and all that, but nah, I'm good. I'll stay with Apple. I'm straight.
Yo, like especially for families, the Apple ecosystem is literally undefeated and second to none. Like, I don't think any other ecosystem in the world keeps people together like Apple's ecosystem. It's really it's a blessing. It's for real.
It does. We do family group face chats all the time, where it'd be all 6 of us in a FaceTime. So yeah, no, I'm good.
Nice. So you're a tech creator in 2019. So what is your personal favorite piece of tech that you purchased this past year?
Ooh. Well, if you've been following me on Twitter, you know I've made a lot of purchases recently. So, that's pretty hard. But honestly, right now for me, I'd have to say it's my new camera. That my new camera and my new processor for the computer I'm getting ready to build.
Okay, which camera did you purchase?
The A6600.
Yeah.
So
we got a
Team
Sony in the house, baby.
Yeah. I switched over. I had the Canon that I got earlier this year, the M50, and it just wasn't cutting it. So I switched over to the A6600. So yeah.
He switched from Canon to
Yeah.
So many people are about to be triggered listening to this podcast. Sorry, Canon fodder. You lost it from Brown.
Oh, LB up there throwing shots. Oh no, I'm not brainwashed, man. I'm not brainwashed. I promise you. It's just something about, especially when it comes to cameras, it's something about, it's not so much the ecosystem, it's just the Sony look. Yeah. You can almost tell when somebody is shooting with a Sony. It has a specific look, and you can kind of tell. So I'm like, I want that look.
Listen, man. Yeah. I am streaming right now on a Sony A7 III. So I know, bro. Whew.
Oh, it's not even that. I haven't set it up yet because I'm still redoing my setup, but I bought the Sony HX99 to be my streaming camera.
Oh.
So that'll be a permanent stream camera soon once I finish the setup. And then my A6600 will be my, A/B-roll cam. And and I went all into.
You're going to be looking uber crispy on that 6600, bro. that autofocus is no joke.
No, it's not.
Man. Oh, man. That's what's up, man. So you went from Canon to Sony.
Yeah.
Now, I know everybody talks about Canon colors and how Canon colors are the best, but what was it particularly about the Canon that wasn't cutting it for you?
For me, the M50 is good for if you're going to do straight up 1080p. If you're doing straight up 1080p, the M50 is perfect. The flip out screen on it, the color science, the whole nine is good. However, for me personally, I want to start doing all my videos in at least 2K. I don't think I'm ready for 4K yet, just because the storage space required for that is no joke. And I hear everybody talking about storage, and I ain't ready to go with the NAS system quite yet. So I want to do 2K at least minimum, and it doesn't do very good 2 or 4K. So for me, that was one of the things that I had an issue with. Besides that, the camera's overall good. I'm actually going to buy another one just for my wife. She wants to start filming and doing her own thing with her cups that she does. So I'm going to buy another M50 real soon.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one thing about the Sony cameras. They shoot excellent 4K, but they downscale from 6K to 4K.
Exactly.
And then output the image like that. And it's butter, man. As you know, it is absolute butter.
So imagine shooting it in 4K and then downscaling it to 2K.
Yeah, we know what's up. We know what's up.
Uh-huh.
So seeing that you are now fully entrenched into the Apple ecosystem, have you tried out Apple TV Plus yet?
I have, but I can't say it's worth watching. So I haven't. I put it like this: we have 6 phones in the house, so everybody has Apple TV for the first year or whatever it is. You get it for free.
Right.
Apple got to the point where it started telling me to log in and use my Apple subscription because I wasn't. And then when I finally did, I'm like, this is everything I watch on Hulu. It's not really much I can say that it's doing for me. So I was like, man, no.
All right, let me stop you right here because I don't think we're on the same page. So as you know,
TV. You talking about Apple TV?
No, I mean Apple TV Plus, their actual subscription service.
Yeah, I set it up, but I didn't see anything that interests me. So I was kind of like, eh.
All right. Take some advice from the captain of Team Apple.
Okay.
And when you get off the stream, you need to go into your Apple TV Plus or Apple TV app, find the morning show and start watching the morning show and thank me later.
Show. Okay.
The morning show. Yes.
We'll do.
Thank me later, man, because that show is legit.
Okay.
Man. So before we came on here tonight, you said that you might end up in your Astros. Which Astros do you have?
I have the Astro A50s with the wireless dock.
Oh yes.
Right here. And it's got the wireless dock that you sit them down into. That's I was using those as my primary headphones until I got these. I got the DT 1990s not too long ago. And I'm probably going to end up using these for everything, but I usually throw those on when I'm like gaming or if I'm working in here in the shop, like doing embroidery or something like that. And I want to walk around and not disturb everybody else while I'm listening to music, and I'll throw those on. So, no doubt, man, no doubt. Hey, I used to have the Astro A50 when I was gaming back the Xbox, and let me tell you that dock is legit. Now, the one thing that was kind of a criticism of the Astro was the microphone. I don't know which version of A50 that you have, but has the microphone gotten better on those, or have you tested it out at all, or what? This is actually the newest edition of the A50s. I have the old edition too. I got rid of those and replaced them with this. Okay. The mic is okay. As you know, Astro got bought out by Logitech, so Logitech's been putting their little spin on everything. So it's getting a lot better, I would say. But it still could use some work. They also bought Blue microphones as well.
Okay, wait. You just whoa. Time out. Okay. I knew Logitech brought Blue, but they brought Astro?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
A while ago. They bought them before they bought Blue.
Damn. I must have missed that news. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, it seems like Logitech can try to make a major play into live streaming and different avenues of that sort, man. And they are just buying up everything, apparently.
Yeah, Logitech getting busy. And I think if I'm not mistaken, they bought them both in the same year, but I think they bought Astro first.
I don't know how I missed the Astro enough. And like I said, I knew they brought Blue, but I did not know they brought Astro. Wow, okay. Right, Logitech, I see you, Logitech. I see you.
Yeah, they get busy.
Hey, Logitech made some very good products, though. Shout out to them.
They do. And a lot of their new stuff that's coming out, they're using like the Blue Yeti sound signature on the microphones for their headsets that they're using now and stuff that they're putting out. I don't think it made it into this set, but this set is better than the original A50s I had before this. So the mic's better on that. But now I got a streaming mic, so No,
okay, I got you. So by the look of your Astros, I'm taking it you were a PlayStation 4 guy.
No, these are actually the Xbox version.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, these are the black with the gold writing on them, and then the black with the silver is the PlayStation.
Oh, okay. So you got both Xbox and PlayStation, or just the Xbox?
Honestly, neither. I don't have either. Yeah, I'm a PC gamer.
Lord, here we go.
My kids still have the Xbox 360 that they never touched, so I haven't touched a console in I don't know how long. So,
all right. So, what do you think about the upcoming Xbox Series X?
You mean the ITX computer that they're sending out to everybody?
Yes. Yes. The damn thing looks like a PC. It's practically a PC, right?
It's completely a computer. There's actually there's a case made by a company called John's Bow. If I'm not mistaken, it's called John's Bow, and it's pretty much a replica of that case. The Xbox One Series X case is a replica of that John's Boat case, like almost identical. So for me, I'm like, the first thing I saw it, I was like, that's a John's Boat case. So yeah,
I mean, we know that how design teams get inspiration from different areas and aspects, so it wouldn't be all that surprising.
No, not at all. But that's pretty much just going to be a computer, especially eventually they're trying to get away from disc. I can see that already. Just with even with the current Xbox that's out now, they have a discless version that you can purchase. So eventually I can see that's, and with everything switching over to streaming services and all that, eventually that's all it's going to be. You're just going to be, you're not buying a game, you're buying a code, an access code to download the game onto your system. So
the tech key might just have 2 GameCube stacked on top of each other.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mike, you're a fool for that one, bro. You're a fool.
That's pretty much what it is, yeah.
So speaking of design cues and inspiration, are you familiar with all the controversy that's been going on with the unbox therapy and the launching of his phone cases?
The latter case, yeah, I've heard it. I've heard little, rumblings of it. I've been trying to stay away from it, but it's kind of hard because it's everywhere. So
you can't stay away from it. You really can't.
You can't. It's impossible to stay away from it. It's literally everywhere. So, I said my piece on Twitter about it, but for me, is every product that is out on the market, literally every product that's on the market, there's some kind of knockoff of that particular product that's being sold. Some of it is being even sold on Amazon. You can go to AliExpress or wherever you want. You can find knockoffs or whatever your favorite product is. Hell, they actually have some Power Beats Pros knockoffs that are better than the original Power Beats Pros made by Apple themselves. So, and that's just being real. They have some that have they come with a wireless case. It looks identical. So for Lou to have his own case now that looks like a Pataka case, did he borrow some design cues from them? Possibly. Probably, more than likely. Did he straight up copy them? Who knows? Who's to say? Is he going to make money off of it? Absolutely. Are people going to eventually forget about it? Yep. So, it is what it is. It's one of those things where everything flares up for a hot minute, and then eventually the next big thing flares up and everybody forgets about what the last thing was. So,
all right. So for those of y'all that follow me on Twitter, you already know where I stand on this particular situation, and I've actually talked about it on this podcast before. Initially, I didn't like the way Lou handled the launching of the case, but when he released this video a couple of days ago, his 31-minute video explaining his reasonings, logic, and for everything that he did, I was pretty okay with that. And after that video was over, I went out and I actually brought a later case myself. So I actually have one coming here in a few weeks. So, like I said, initially I didn't agree with the way he handled it, but I respect him giving an explanation and reasoning for why he did what he did. And I really respect his dedication to getting feedback and people's opinions about his product. He's not just launching it and just letting it be. He is actively involved in making sure that we get the best customer experience possible throughout this launch. And that is, I got number of respect for that. So hope Lou does the thing. I know he'll do the thing. He's already sold a ton of them anyway. So I think, like I said, I think it's time for us all to just get over it and move on, man.
Yeah, you're going to have plenty of people who straight up, it don't matter what happened, whether he copied them or not. If he did, eventually it'd probably be a lawsuit, whatever the case may be. But you're going to have people who, because they've been following him, they've been supporting him, they've been rocking with him for years, because Lou's got almost 16 million subscribers.
Yep. I
can guarantee you half of them probably bought cases off the rip if they were available. They probably bought them off the rip, no questions asked. They didn't even think about it. It was just, here, take my money. And that's because they're locked in with him in general.
Yep.
So they don't really care about if he copied Pataka or whoever or whatever happened. In their minds, I'm supporting this dude that I've been supporting and rocking with for years. So
that is such an excellent way to put it, because there is definitely, especially on YouTube, kind of a tribe mentality between creators and their fan base. Like, we all have hardcore fans that will support us no matter what. It doesn't matter if we're right, wrong. They will support us because that's just the relationship that we have between us and our fans. And some fans go way harder than others. And like you said, with him having 16 million subscribers, a good chunk of them are going to buy that case regardless of any controversy or whatever that case may be. They don't care. They're like, oh, this is an unboxed therapy case? Give me that. Take my money. So that tribe mentality is a real thing.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
speaking of putting a name to faces, like Michael was saying in the chat, that is exactly why we are here tonight. I wanted to give people, somebody in the tech space, a chance to come on here, and so people can put a name to face and see who in the who be in your live stream supporting you and things like that. And we got my man Ikonik tonight. He's an up and coming tech creator. I put out the feelers on Twitter to see my requirement where if you have 1,000 subscribers or less, shoot me a link to your channel and I'll check it out. And he responded, and here we are. So we talking about my man Ikonik, and I saw somebody already earlier in the stream said that they subscribed to your channel. So happy to put this little spotlight on you. Like I said, I don't have the largest following, but I do have very influential people that watch me. So you never know, man.
I appreciate it, man. I thank you very much.
No doubt, man. No doubt. So what are you looking forward to in 2020 as it relates to tech?
New graphics cards. I really, personally, there's one thing I want to see that I haven't seen yet. I'm really, really hoping that happens, which is I want to see AMD straight up punch NVIDIA in the mouth, just like they did Intel. Just like straight up catching with the pants down. I want the same thing that Ryzen did to Intel. I want AMD to do that to NVIDIA, but just to shake up the game. Because the fact that they're coming out with graphics cards that are like $1,800, $2,000. These are consumer grade graphics cards. The 2080 Ti, like the high end 2080 Ti's, the custom board ones, you almost 2 stacks for that. I'm like, ooh, bruh, this is a graphics card that is going to most likely get replaced in like 2 to 3 years, because people only keep their cards for about 2 to 3 years before they upgrade. Whether the card is good or not, they still tend to upgrade in that time frame. Who wants to drop $2,000 and just turn around 2 years later and drop another $2,500 to $3,000 at that point? Because they're gonna raise the price again. Because as far as they're concerned, it's cool. You spent $2,000, you're gonna spend more on the next one. So I really want AMD to come out swinging and just punch them in the mouth. So to give them some competition, to let them know that you can't be, you got to bring the prices down, bro. Let's bring it down. So
yeah, because like you said, it seems like NVIDIA has everything on lock right now. They don't really have too much competition in the graphic card game, at least for PC. So yeah, that would be pretty cool to see somebody come up there.
Yeah, they don't have any. I know Intel is trying to work on something. I don't see them competing in the high-end graphics card market anytime soon. I think they're still a ways off from that. But the low end, they're probably competing, but AMD's competing in the low end, and they're smacking NVIDIA around in the low end. So I just want to see them smack them around the high end too. We'll see what happens. So
no doubt. So for those of you all that are listening on audio only, if you want to go check out my man Ikonik Modz, his information will be in the show notes. For those of y'all that are watching the replay on YouTube, his link is in the description. And for those of y'all in the chat, I just pasted his link into the live stream chat right now. So if you want to check him out, subscribe to the channel, see what he's about, the link and the info is there right there for you. Whew. So you are a heavy PC dude, obviously. Mm-hmm. What is your opinion? I got to ask, what is your opinion on MacBooks, Mac OS?
Oh, my wife has an iMac upstairs. We have 3 MacBooks in the house. Actually, we have 2 iMacs because we still have our old one in the house, and I might be picking up one for some other stuff that I got to be working on. So I don't have a problem with Mac at all. I think Mac does his thing. It's not good for gaming, so I'm gonna have to have a PC for that. But for everything else, I think Mac is on point. A bit overpriced, but you pay for it. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm just saying.
All right, so you say it's a bit overpriced, but what do you think about the newest 16-inch MacBook Pro that were just released a few weeks ago? What are your thoughts?
It's going to be good for what it's used for, productivity, which, that's primarily what most people get Macs for. It gives you a little bit more screen real estate than a 15-inch, a whole another inch. Yay. But besides that, I think it's gonna work the same as the other Macs. It's just gonna be a slight upgrade with everything. As everything gets new, everything gets redone and upgraded and better. So I think it's just you get a little bit more screen real estate. But other than that, I can't see it being that much different than a 15-inch. But I still think it's a good product to get if you don't have one. If you don't have a 15-inch at all, you might as well go for the big dog and get the 16-inch. If you got a 15-inch and its specs are relatively similar, why upgrade?
Yeah, I agree. If you have a 15-inch with similar specs, then there's really not much reason to upgrade. I mean, sure, the 16-inch has better speakers and a thinner bezel, but other than that, you're not getting much of an upgrade if you have the 15-inch already. So, yeah, I agree with you. I agree. But I I was talking to people about this a few days ago and things like that. How it's interesting how Apple has upgraded the MacBook this year as opposed to year past. Like it seemed like in year past they were focused more on form over function, and just this year they are finally paying attention to function over form. Because obviously with the MacBooks in the past, people have been complaining about the keyboard, the thermal throttling not being the best and things like that. So this year we got an improved keyboard, we got an improved thermal throttling, and it just seems like this year the MacBook, the new one that was just released, provides a much better experience than MacBooks of even last year. So shout out to Apple for finally addressing some. Yeah,
listening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tim Apple, as we're gonna call him Tim Apple, he finally figured out that listening to his customer base is the best way to make more money. When it comes down to a bottom line, Apple is just like every other company. They're all about making that almighty dollar. Keeping the investors happy, keeping that revenue up and all that. So at the end of the day, any smart company, any smart business person or people or company in general, you want to listen to your client base because that's the people that's buying your products. They're the one that's supplying you that revenue that you so desperately want. So if they're telling you they want specific things, your best idea is to listen to them. So yeah, it's about time. I wish they would listen just a little bit more because the 11 Pro Max should have had a damn USB-C. I feel salty about that, but we'll see what happens with this supposed, no plugs at all. We'll see how that goes.
Oh Lord, like I've been telling you all, we are not ready for a portless iPhone just yet. We are not ready.
If you think about it, and I said this just the other day too, people like me, my 11 Pro Max has never been plugged in ever. I've never plugged it in. It's always been wirelessly charged since I got it. Most people, if you have wireless capabilities, you wirelessly charge your phone. You hardly ever use a plug. The only people I think it would vaguely affect is people who are on the road all the time, like say King Mike. He drives for a living, right? He might need to plug his phone in while he's on the road. However, they do have phone holders that you can have in your vehicle that do wireless charging.
Yep.
So for that reason, that might be one scenario. Another scenario would be for content creators. A lot of us use our phones to make content. You plug in external microphones through the port. So that would be another scenario where that would be a hindrance to some people to not have that port available. But besides those very specific scenarios, I don't really see what people need a port for.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
I mean, the other thing that people don't talk about a lot when we're talking about a portless iPhone is that data transfer. I mean, I don't know if data transfer feeds or wireless data transfer feeds are fast enough or at a point yet where that can be like the norm. Like we still need that plugin to get those optimum data transfer speeds because I don't think we're quite there yet for the wireless game.
Yeah,
but somebody, definitely. But somebody was saying something else about the MacBook Pro. I think it was Matt. Yeah, Matt was saying that they need to upgrade the webcam on the webcam on the 16-inch MacBook. And I don't know why they're still using a 720p camera. At the very least, the camera should be 1080p, but no, apparently not.
Bro, CJ just said that in his recent video. He was like, "Yo, what's up with the camera, Apple?" Yo, I agree wholeheartedly. If you're spending that kind of money and you can't even give me 1080p, we got a problem, bro. I'm gonna have to see my boy Tim Apple about that.
I mean, I don't know why they're skipping out on the camera, but I guess I don't know. So TechRant says that TechRant said that he has yet to wirelessly charge his phone, so he's always plugging in.
Okay. So for people like Trent, then the port might be necessary. You might need that.
Just a little bit, right? Just a little bit.
Just a smidge. You know what I'm saying? So, but honestly, like I said, for me, mine is typically near or around a port, and I think I've only had maybe 3 instances since I got my phone that it's been below 50%.
Okay.
And that's after all day use, and I'm getting 4 or 5 hours of screen on time and all that. I'm still, not dropping below 50. So I don't know. It's just me.
Romina said, don't talk to her about the webcam because she just purchased the 16-inch MacBook Pro and she's like, bro, where my 1080p at? I feel your pain, Romina. I feel your pain.
For real. That's legit right there. That's facts.
Man, is Michael Pepper Tech talking in chat since he found AirDrop to be faster than wire transfer. They are using USB 2 feeds even with Lightning to USB-C cable. Yeah, AirDrop is magic, man. AirDrop is literal magic, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
AirDrop is love, no doubt. I just from recording something on my phone for a video, and literally within a minute or less, maybe 2 tops, it's on my phone. I mean, it's on my iPad, and I don't have to touch nothing. It's just automatically, bruh.
It's amazing, man.
Yeah, that's love.
And that is the Apple ecosystem in its fullest form. So I usually upgrade my iPhone every year because I'm part of an iPhone every year upgrade program. Are you of the upgrade yearly niche too?
Yes and no. I skipped the was it 10 Pro? Whatever came after the 10. In between the 10 and 11, I skipped that.
10S, okay.
Yeah, the 10S, I skipped that.
You know what? You made a smart decision, sir. Thank you. You did that.
I looked at it's for me. It's like I have to have a legitimate reason to upgrade. For me, I wanted a bigger screen because my original 10 was just a basic 10. I didn't get the 10 Plus, so I wanted a bigger screen. And I wanted when I saw the camera, I was like, 3 cameras. Okay, yeah, let's talk. And then when I saw the camera, I was like, oh yeah, I need that right there. So I pre-ordered my joint, and when I got it the day of launch, without going to a store. It's her.
Yeah. Hey, if you can get an iPhone on launch day without stepping into an Apple store, you're doing it right,
bro. I was at the house right here, kicking back, watching TV. Doorbell ring. Time to go get my phone.
For those of y'all that follow me, you all know exactly where I was on iPhone launch day. I was right here on this couch live streaming, waiting for the FedEx truck to pull up. That's where I was. While everybody was scurrying into Apple stores on launch day, I was just chilling on the couch like, hey, open up the window, let me see the truck. Boom. I see the truck pull up, get the iPhone, unbox it on the stream, I'm done. That's the best way to go, man.
Yep.
So, Ikonik Modz, man, it has been a pleasure, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
We gotta get together and do it again sometime, man.
Oh, I'm game whenever. Let's go.
So, like I said, I got for people listening on audio only, his YouTube channel is in the show notes. And for those of y'all watching on the stream, the link is in the description. But let the people know where else they can find you besides YouTube.
I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok, but not really. Not yet anyway. I made one video on TikTok, but I'm planning on making some more real soon. But you can always find me. I'm across everything. It's Ikonik Modz across all platforms. It's the same.
No doubt. Thank you guys for watching in the live chat tonight on YouTube. For those of y'all listening on audio only, thank you very much. If you want to support the podcast, super chats are an option on YouTube if you're watching right now. For those of y'all listening on audio only, if you want to buy me a coffee, the link will be in the show notes for that. For those of y'all watching the replay on YouTube, if you want to support, there will be links in the description to do that. But that will be it for VypDrive episode 51. Big thank you to my man Ikonik Modz for reaching out and being a guest tonight on the podcast. And I know this was kind of last minute, but like I said on Twitter, life doesn't warn you in advance. Sometimes you got to be ready to step up, and he stepped up tonight, and we got it done.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure if I'm going to do a podcast next week or not. I'm debating, but unless you all hear differently from me, I will be back next week with episode 52. But until the next time, people, this your boy Viper, the man about tech. You know where to find me. So come back for more.